unstoppable. This is African News on Voice of the People Television. We don't just bring you the news. We analyze and bring you Africa's heartbeat, the politics that shapes our nations, the economies that drives our future, the cultures that defines who we are, the voice that must be heard. Africa News, Africa's voice, Africa's future. Where Africa speaks, the world listens.
In a world where power shapes with every headline.
In a nation full of questions.
In a world filled with noise, the truth needs a voice.
The policies that shapes our world and the economy that determines our future.
Every hour, every day, the grapevine keeps buzzing.
And together, we are committed to telling the stories that shape our world because your voice is our focus.
Don't forget, our voice matters the most. Let us come together and share our concerns.
Good evening, Africa. My name is Mama Kore, actor, model, producer, and I'm giving a big shout out to VOP TV, man. Keep watching. Don't change the dial. Thank you and God bless you.
My name is AY, and of course, I represent the voice of the people, and that's why I'm on VOP. AY say so.
Hi everyone, it's your girl Miriam Tima from the Real Housewives of Lagos and the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip Africa. Shout out to VOP, the voice of the people. You already know. Stay tuned, keep watching. And don't forget, VOP is the best.
All right, hello, it's a brother Shaggy, the man, back with Melanie Poppy Black Skin Boy. This is VOP TV. If you're not watching VOP, I don't know what you're watching. Maybe you're watching your weights.
Hello, beautiful people. This is Wale Ojo, and you're watching VOP, Voice of the People.
Hi, guys. You already know who it is. This is New Energy. Flyers, whatever, live it. Keep watching VOP TV. Thank you.
Hi, people. Ginny Albano here. Guys, please keep watching Voice of the People.
Behind every broken desk lies a broken promise. Education shapes the nations. But who is asking the right questions? Introducing Edu Dialogue, the show that goes beyond the surface, exposes the cracks, the corruption, and the silence in Nigeria's education system. Edu Dialogue, Saturdays, 3 p.m., only on VOP TV. We break the biggest stories, from missing funds to policy failures. We ask the tough questions and demand real answers. Edu Dialogue, this Saturday, 3 p.m. on Voice of the People Television.
We encourage you to click on the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are Voice of the People TV. Also follow us on all our social media platforms. We are at VOP TV Live. Visit our website www.vop.ng for fresh and trending news. Also watch us live on SLTV channel 264. VOP TV, Voice of the People Television.
I'm Sarah Nystrom from Sweden, aka Chief Omobawale, Communication Queen. Keep watching VOP TV.
Hi, I'm Samantha Jacobs, representing the States. Miami's in the house, and I want to make a shout out to VOP TV. I'm a humanitarian, and I'm also a rep in the film industry and the art industry. I help dreams come true, and I help you keep on that path. Shout out to VOP TV because you're helping people stay on their path too. Cheers.
All right, my name is John Odibo. Keep watching Voice of the People because it's a fantastic station to be with all the time. Thank you very much.
My name is Pastor Elvis Siru, the convener of the Voice Achievers Award, and keep watching VOP. Yes, that is the channel for all the people. No color, no race. Thank you so much.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, this is Abbas Sunkan from the Netherlands. I am a designer and I'm here in Eco Hotel and Suits. Keep watching VOP, the Voice of the People. Don't touch that dial.
TV. Now you have more than a voice. In a world where truth is the ultimate power and opinions scream the loudest, it's time to wade through the noise.
Hunger no get tribe! Hunger no get religion!
And scan the human interest and trending topics that matter. Stay tuned to The Issues, your plug to the stories making the buzz, from politics to science and technology, social justice, and more. Let's tackle the tough questions and expose the truth. The Issues on Voice of the People Television. Don't just react, understand. Do you want your voice to be heard? Do you know that you matter in the scheme of things? The People's Voice, the show where ordinary citizens take center stage as we discuss the biggest stories that affect you and I. With you in mind, we facilitate lively discussions, debates, and interviews on the topics that matter most to you and I. From social justice to economic empowerment, education to healthcare, governance, and more. Tackling tough topics and amplifying your voice. Join the conversation and make your voice count. The People's Voice. Make your voice count. The red carpets, awards, the razzmatazz, music, fashion, interviews, and more. Spotlight on Voice of the People Television. Let's feed you with all the juicy stories in the global entertainment space, bringing you the glitz and glamour as it is hot. Stay tuned to Spotlight, 1 p.m. Monday to Friday. Spotlight on VOP TV. Entertainment like never before.
In a world where power shifts its every headlines, news breaks and events happens, we bring you unbiased and explicit information on politics, economy, and state of the nation. We break down the chaos. Facts, not fluff. Truth, not spin. We discuss not just politics, but a glimpse into the future. Voice of the People Television. Now you have more than a voice.
Welcome, guys. The show is Hashtags right here on VOP TV. My name is Vivian Oguche, and it's such a pleasure to have you hang out with us today. Now, this is where we get to tell you all things trending and all things topical. And if this is your first time here, accept a very, very warm welcome from us. I say us because it's a whole team, people behind the scene and all, trying to ensure that all things go well. Now, without further ado, let's get down to business, shall we? First hashtag for today is hashtag Olubunmi Tunji Ojo. He is Nigeria's Interior Minister. So today he's causing tongues to wag like mad online because he paid an unscheduled visit to the passport office in Abuja and caused some serious stir. Now, he got to the passport office, noticed that there were so many people sitting outside waiting to be attended to, and there were some staffers sitting down, not doing anything, allegedly waiting for the VIPs. Now, I'm not going to launch into some long epistle here. I'd like for you to take a listen to him. But first, the Cable has reporting on this. Let's take a look at the Cable. And later on, much more later on, we'll take a look at what the Punch is saying. But first, the Cable. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, the Cable says, "You are wasting people's precious time." Olubunmi Tunji Ojo rebukes NIS officers during an unscheduled visit to the passport office in Gwagwalada, Abuja. The Cable put up this video. Credit goes to them. Take a look.
here is division of labor. She is doing enrollment, you are doing capturing. So why must you wait till you enroll everybody before you do capturing? Somebody can go there, call somebody, you do the enrollment, then you do the capturing, the person goes and vice versa. You could do that. So why must you? You're wasting people's precious time. Time is money, time is expensive. It's unacceptable. It is unacceptable. The one that you said is for the masses, that is there. And people are already there. I can see the queue. They are doing enrollment, they are doing capturing. They are there. The one for the masses. But this place, because of VIP, and Nigeria has not VIP. So because it's for VIP and children now, so definitely you people will just be taking AC and be chopping line. Why Nigerians are waiting downstairs? It's unacceptable. When you wear this uniform, you wear a uniform of sacrifice. When you wear this uniform, you wear a uniform of service. You are here to work for the people. I'm not impressed with this because I can't get here and not see people. Because once there is no, how many times do you get VIPs? You're so-called and unquote, you're so-called VIP. I mean, quote and unquote. How many times do you get there? Not every day, not at all times. How many times do you have children? Not at all times. So, for me, I can't enter. No matter what you tell me, it doesn't apply to me. To put it mildly, you cannot, and I repeat, be here and there's nobody.
Nigeria's Interior Minister Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo. Now, this is not the first time he's doing stuff like this. In fact, he's been touted to be one of the best performing ministers in President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's cabinet, right? So netizens are jumping on this one. Now, the thing is, it's going to be mixed bags for you, right? Different sets of reactions to the reporting that the Punch did, and different sets of reactions to what the Cable did. I'm just trying to warn you ahead of it. So take a look at what netizens are saying now in response to what the Cable put up, both the post and the video. Let's do it. Hashtag Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo. Let's take a look at the reactions. Yeah. Can we take a look at the reactions of what people said to the Cable's reporting before that of the Punch? Thank you. So Nigerian Renaissance Project says, we are not impressed with the minister's eye service either. Scolding staff members on camera about operating protocols you failed to put in place is a painfully ridiculous approach to public governance. The Living says, a poor guy, he wants to change a system that's so deeply corrupt. He doesn't realize that these Nigerian immigration officers have different kinds of mentality, irredeemable, untrainable, unchangeable. And Peace says, he should visit a road safety commission too. I learned it takes them over 2 years to renew driver's license. Many that applied since 2 years are yet to get it after paying in full. We can now take a look at the next post. So this is the Punch reporting now. I wanted you to take a look at how netizens are responding to the Cable and how they are going to be responding to the Punch in a short while. So the Punch says, a Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, on Tuesday paid an unannounced visit to the Nigerian Immigration Service Passport Office in Gwagwalada, Abuja, where he criticized delays in passport processing and warned applicants against making extra payments. Now, take a look at the videos put up by the Punch. Credit goes to Punch.
Nice saying you like.
I didn't tell them I was coming because I want to interface with you to know what your experience is. I just want to know how you do it. I don't know if there's any complaint. So far, they've been professional, right? Oh, thank you. So if there's any, your feedback is what we need to perform better. All right? Thank you. No, but what's the time now? What is the time? I should be here since 8, right? With a child. So what have you done to solve a problem? Normally what we do, when we collect no, that's not my problem. My issue is how long will that take? Well, we're having a who's better? We're talking to the veteran. What is the veteran? And even in my own office, I don't have the passport to protect the veteran. No, that's access control. That's not. I don't have the passport. Passport is protection of access control. But you see how she is carrying a child. Then you guys, you don't just put her as a normal. Normally, anybody that is carrying a medical person will not allow. I'm talking. Please, calm down. I'm talking. She cannot be here since 8 a.m. with a child. For crying out loud, 8 a.m. to 10 what? 2.5 hours, almost 3 hours, and you are giving me excuses, and you are just attending as if nothing is wrong. Something is wrong. Something is wrong because of the veterans. Money for anything, no. Nigerians, it is immigration's responsibility to foot your bill. Don't put the bill to Nigerians. If I hear, say you say money for cash, money for this, you go collect.
So this is exactly what went down in Abuja today. You don't need me to sermonize over this particular one. I think it's as clear as a light. Netizens are responding to this now. Let's see what they're saying, shall we? Hashtag Olubomitunji Ojo. So Wale says, God bless the Minister of Interior, Olubomitunji Ojo. Good work you're doing, sir. Nigerians are proud of you. Ishak says, these are the kind of leaders we want. Dear Honorable Minister, your step, efforts, and others toward reforming this so-called immigration office is highly commendable. May Allah continue to preserve you upon goodness. Jasper Annette Lewis says, this is what every minister should be doing. Check the front end and back end and ensure everybody is on their toes. This is the only way to make Nigeria work. You're doing well, sir. Felix says, thank you, Minister. Their mind no go touch ground again. This will make them sit up. Right. Now, guys, you remember one governor. I will never, ever forget him. And I always keep using this example, right? One governor who had people, especially civil servants, on their toes 24/7 because of unannounced, unscheduled visits like this was the former governor of Lagos State, Fashola. Yes, he would pay unannounced visits to hospitals and places where they were not expecting him and catch people unawares and ensure that those that need to be punished are punished, those that need to be rewarded are rewarded. I think that's exactly the same thing Honorable Minister Olubomitunji Ojo is doing, and we hope that the good work continues. But like someone raised, in a comment section when he was responding to the cable's reporting, I hope this is not just optics, that eventually this thing will be treated to the root and eventually we will see goodness come out of it. Now, let's quickly take a trip to the Middle Belt. It is called the North Central, not the Middle Belt. I'm talking about Kwara now, precisely. Kwara is on fire right now because Polytechnic students of Kwara State Polytechnic are protesting. Why are they protesting? Because the NYSC camp was relocated from its permanent site to the Polytechnic because of insecurity. The governor had to take this step, according to him, because of insecurity. The students are not happy with it. So Sahara Reporters is reporting. In a short while, we're going to be hearing the side of the government as well, as the Guardian will report as well. But let's take a look at the post now put up by Sahara Reporters. Hashtag Kwara Polytechnic protest. Sahara Reporters says, police attack Fire tear gas at Kwara Polytechnic students protesting NYSC camp relocation. Take a look, guys. Credit goes to Sahara reporters for the videos. Now, the students are protesting, but I saw some of them laughing and dancing. It's like they're having a good time. But like I said earlier on, it's all about the NYSC camp that was relocated from its permanent site. The government said it did that, relocated it from its permanent site to the Kwara State Polytechnic because of insecurity, right? So let's take a look at the next post so you understand how this particular hashtag is panning out. It is hashtag Kwara Polytechnic protest. The next post. So these are respondents reacting to that post by Sahara reporters. No. So Peace Canal says, what is this again? On freedom or no freedom? Let me take it again. Peace Canal says, what is this again? Freedom or no freedom? Oluwapelumi says, can't we protest again? Ayinde says, wahala everywhere. And T says, anything protest, police will tear gas. So sad. Now, let's take a look at The Guardian that's telling us the whole of this story, including that of the government. Guardian, credit goes to The Guardian for this, and it says, Governor Abdul Rahman Abdul Razak of Kwara State has directed the management of Kwara State Polytechnic to shut down the school for 3 weeks following a student protest against the school being used as a National Youth Service Corps NYSC temporary camp. Recall that the state government relocated the NYSC camp from its permanent site in Eyikpata, Patigi local government area to the State Polytechnic last year due to the escalating insecurity in the area. Men of the State Police Command had a field day firing tear gas canisters into the protesting students, resulting in the chief security officer being wounded in the process. The Kwara State chapter of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, however, condemns the police response for the alleged reported use of live ammunition and tear gas against peacefully protesting students of the Kwara State Polytechnic, Ilorin, on Tuesday. So, guys, this is less than an hour. I'm talking about this, actually breaking news. It just broke. We're letting you know that that's the development, latest. That's the update. The school has now been shut down for 3 weeks because of that protest. Now, as events unfold, we will keep you posted. Now, you remember that last week we brought you another scenario where there was firing of tear gas and all of that. We brought you reports from Makoko where activists, very popular activist Betty Abba, put up videos of people dying, people fainting because of the demolition, the ongoing demolition exercise in Makoko. So it is not just the demolition that's causing deaths and hunger, it is the modus operandi. So the hashtag now is hashtag Makoko. Obi Ezekwesili, Nigeria's own Obi Ezekwesili, former Minister of Education, is jumping into this one now. And she says that, okay, why don't I just take you to X so you take a look at what she's saying. It's hashtag Makoko. Yeah. So Obi Ezekwesili says, excerpts from my open memo to the NGR president and governor of Lagos State at Jide Sanwo-Olu on the vicious Makoko demolitions and forced evictions that have caused loss of lives, property, and destabilized thousands of poor Nigerians who call it home. Titled The State-Sanctioned Oppression of the Poor in Makoko and the Assault on Constitutional Citizenship. She goes on to say, Makoko residents are not squatters on the Nigerian soil. They are citizens of Nigeria. They are preyed on by your same political class to vote for your parties during elections. They work, they raise families, their children whose education is now disrupted are some of the most brilliant Nigerians I have met. They contribute to the Lagos economy through fishing, trade, and informal enterprise. Yet, for decades, the residents of Makoko have been treated as though poverty nullifies their citizenship. The next page. She goes on to say, this memorandum is written for the children of Makoko who now sleep in the open, for their mothers clutching what remains of their households, and for a nation that must decide whether poverty, which by the way is mostly the result of bad governance, is a crime, and whether justice still means anything in our country. She goes on to say that I wish to sound a considered warning to our politicians in and outside of government. A nation that fails to govern well and turns around to criminalize poverty while celebrating wealth has lost completely its moral compass and teetering on the edge. The Nigerian state can never successfully hide away her poor by seizing their land and killing them. Our distressed country of over 133 million multidimensionally poor people, more than 60% of poor population, according to the Nigeria Bureau of Statistics, cannot be respected because we built a city that chases global prestige by crushing its poorest residents to achieve so-called world-class status. The concluding part of this post now is the next one you're taking a look at. And she says, with such overwhelming poverty numbers, how many poor Nigerians can your governments, Mr. President and Mr. Governor, evict, kill, or hide away from sight? Take note, this is Obi Ezekwesili speaking. And she goes on to say, I advise that you both think deeply about this and choose to do right by your majority poor citizens. Start immediately with the grieving children of Makoko and their families. It is fiercely urgent. A word is sufficient for them that value wisdom. In a short while, you're going to be listening to Governor Sanwo-Olu responding to this. But this is AIFA who put up this post, and it says, we are not demolishing all of Makoko. We are clearing areas to prevent encroachment on the third mainland bridge and to keep residents away from high tension lines. And Mr. AIFA is quoting Governor Sanwo-Olu. So the credit goes to Goldmine TV for this video. Take a listen.
To unduly demolish anybody's what interest if it is not for the overall safety of these citizens that we're talking about. A lot of these people have built the shanties. I'm not talking about, poor and vulnerable people but we have responsibility to also protect you. Build shanties right under the high tension wire, and the regulation is there that you need to clear between 150 to 250 away from the regulation line. So what we're doing is that we're not demolishing the whole of we're clearing people not to get to third mainland bridge and to stay off behind the high tension. We're aware that there are some local and international NGOs that want to profit from this. We're studying and we're going to show you evidences. They've made so much money from international people, and that they've asked for so much grant and wealth into those places, and it's just for them to cover their own lies and the fact that they've not done what they said they were going to be doing. That's why they're all shouting and crying more than the bereaved. And we're here to face them and to let them see reasons why we have to do what we're doing. And I've also given instructions that whatever additional support we can give to them. We've been on this for 2.5 years. We have evidence, we have videos, we have communication that we've done for them for 2.5 years. 2.5 years. Of what interest will it be for government to want to?
So you've heard Governor Sanwo-Olu's part. In fact, that is the governor of Lagos State, Governor Sanwo-Olu, explaining why the ongoing demolition exercise is ongoing, basically. And he said that they've been on this for 2 years now. And then you see how he talked about NGOs and how they've been profiting from this. I think we might have to bring one of the activists and one of the NGOs here to talk about this and see if they're going to be refuting these claims that the governor just made. In the meantime, netizens are responding to this particular video and the post that Mr. A. Ayofe put up. Let's continue to take a look at the responses now to hashtag Makoko. So, M-Kind, I'll just settle for M-Kind, says, one key economic downside of the Makoko demolition is the scarcity of dry fish. Disrupted fishing, smoking, storage, and distribution have reduced supply, driven up prices, and hurt traders, food vendors, and low-income households who rely on it as affordable protein. Let's take a look at the next one. Larry says, demolishing Makoko is not the issue. Fixing housing problems in Lagos and Nigeria as a whole is. Mortgages should be available at average cost levels that reflect the country's minimum wage. Demolition is easy for selfish interests, while building is difficult for the public interest. That is why the NGOs he mentioned were able to take advantage of the vulnerable. He has failed as a governor on shelter. This is coming from Larry. More reactions. Let's continue to take a look at them now. So, photographer swag, Tabuko photographer swag says, I'm not sure this is a sensitive talk or speech. Some words shouldn't have been used here. And the next respondent is going to be reiterating what photographer swag said. Let's take a look at it. So, Finodon Magazine says, I feel the governor shouldn't have mentioned the NGO part. That is a political talk. So netizens are latching onto the part the governor talked about the NGO profiting from the Makoko situation. We're going to do our best to bring Betty Abba here as a representative of the NGOs to speak her part. And then we'll continue to take the part, take a listen to what the governor of Lagos State or the Lagos State government is saying. And then we'll listen to the people themselves, the Makoko residents. Can we call them Makoko residents as it is at the moment? I'm not sure because demolition is ongoing. Even though the government said it's not all parts of the community, but just some parts encroaching on Third Mainland Bridge, and also to protect the residents from high tension wires. On that note, we quickly move on to hashtag Computer Village. Gosh, guys, billions of naira lost today at the very popular Computer Village because of fire. It is another huge fire outbreak. But thank God it has not assumed the proportion of the GNI building on the island. Now, a couple of publications have the post. We have videos to show, but let's take a look at the posts first, a couple of them, just to give you context. And then we'll take a look at the videos. Thank God no life was lost, but property lost. Let's go to People's Gazette that says, fire guards commercial building in Ikeja Computer Village. And then Mr. Oke Osanyitolu, that will be the Lasema chief, says the fire had been fully extinguished. Thank God. This happened today. Let's take a look at the next post. I think that will be News Central TV. Says goods worth billions of naira were destroyed after a fire broke out at a one-story commercial building in Computer Village, Ikeja, Tuesday morning. Take a look, guys.
You don't see Ama, Gakitinga. You don't see the plaza don't go. Let me small.
Jesus. Hey. Hey.
Well, credit goes to News Central for this one you're seeing now and a number of other publications. But that is how that went down this morning. Burnt to ashes, if you take a look at the latest videos emerging online right now. But Lagos State government says the emergency response team says that all fires have been put out and there has been no fatality recorded. And we are very glad that happened. I mean, guys, it was the end of last year that we had the GNI, Great Nigeria Insurance Building, on the island, razed down. And we saw that very unfortunate incident of the three brothers, among scores of others, the Omatu brothers, that perished in that. Now, People's Gazette again also reported on that to say it was, they were quoting the uncle of the Omatu brothers who said that the firefighters had asked for monies to put out the fire. We are continuing to investigate, we are going to continue to investigate that particular one until we get to the root of it. In the meantime, we are glad that the government was able to put out this particular fire. Just yesterday, the Lagos State government did another fantastic job when they contained a falling tanker around the Papa area. It was fuel gushing out of the fire, and we saw residents scooping fuel just like that. But thank God, no life was lost, no explosion. We hope that we'll continue to see this kind of, people-government interaction and how things are being done as they should be done. We move on now to the next hashtag, which is hashtag Imam, right? So this is a very popular Imam who had that. Oh, no, before the Imam story, I have Oji Uzor Kalu. Yeah, hashtag Oji Uzor Kalu. He is a senator. He's also, he's also the former governor of Abia State. Now, he is in the state, and he is talking tough. He is calling himself something similar to what Kogites, I'm talking about citizens or people of Kogi State, what they call themselves. I'm a Kogite. Yeah, I'm from Kogi, so we call ourselves Kogites. Now, I don't know if Abians call themselves Abians, people from Abia. But the former governor of Abia State is calling himself similar to what Kogites call their former governor. So Kogites call their former governor, Yaya Bello, White Lion. Watch Oji Uzor Kalu say he is something similar to that, and then he is throwing jabs at his, should I say, once upon a time friend turned foe. Now I'm talking about the sitting governor of Abia State, Alex Uti. Let's take a look at the post first, and then we'll take a look at the video, shall we? Yeah. So Somto Okonkwo, who is very popular online, says, I am the lion of the street. At least there's no white here. It's just lion. I am the lion of the street, and Alex Oti cannot fight me, Oji Uzor Kalu says. Now, take a listen.
Oti asked his press secretary to go and fight me. How can that be possible? Me, of all people. I'm the lion of the street. If anybody thinks the APC will finish fighting here, another party will win. It's not going to happen. President Tinubu is a Democrat. He must allow democratic process to take place. I support that. You support that. Don't you support that? We have more people on ground than the man. The man has nobody. He said he will retire all politicians in Abia. Has Lagos State retire all politicians? No. They cannot say retire all politicians. No. It's only in Abia. They will take people who don't know their left to right to be commissioners. Those people don't even know their police unit. I can tell you the truth. I will come out to fight.
And that is Oji Uzor Kalu, former governor of Abia State and senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You heard him, right? And so netizens heard him just the way you heard him, just the way I heard him. And so they're responding to this. This is Abians now. I'm pausing. I hope that's what they call themselves. Abians, people from Abia State. This is what they're saying to their former governor. Let's take a listen. No, not the video. Let's take a look, at what they're saying. Obina says, when quoting Alex, I think Oji meant to say that the governor promised to retire all corrupt politicians in Abia State. But he caught himself halfway and ended up saying all politicians. And then Obina laughs. He's laughing out loud. More reactions. Let's take a look at the next one. So Ogbonna says Alex Oti is not fighting you, but Abians will do that for him. Enough is enough. 2027 will fight you. Now, these are Abians talking. One more reaction and then we'll wrap this up. Aha. Masterpiece says Senator Orji remains the major pillar of our democracy here in the Southeast. They are the people who fought to restore democracy and civil governance in Nigeria and has been fighting to preserve our national unity. He deserves to be respected for creating that legacy and industrializing Abia State. Masterpiece again says Senator Orji Uzor shouldn't be stressing himself here and joining them to make noise online. We already know what he's capable of doing. Let him just relax and wait till APC provides a candidate, then let's see what happens. I wish Alex good luck. But he needs to sit up. PIO, I don't know if that is PIO or PIO now, tomatoes, potatoes, says he's trying to cause unrest in Abia so that Tinubu will use the opportunity to declare state of emergency if it eventually escalates. This is coming from Pio on X. So that is how netizens are responding to this particular hashtag. Recall that previous week, we had brought you one of the hashtags where netizens were actually applauding Alex Oti. And we had a couple of analysts on news say, he's been receiving rave reviews from across board and not just from his state alone. So let's see how this thing is going to pan out. It's gearing up to be a clash of the titans, but we'll keep our fingers crossed. We'll keep our pulse on it as events pan out. We would let you know. The next hashtag, this is hashtag Imam Abdullahi Abubakar. Yeah, he was renowned. I can't say was, even though he has passed on, his memory still lives on in the minds of Nigerians. He is a renowned cleric, Muslim, but also Christian at heart. He protected Christians in Plateau State when Plateau was on fire. He hid them. It was a very, very courageous act. And the U.S. today is joining Nigerians and Africans to honor this great Imam. The NTA has the first post. We'll take a look at that now. Well, unfortunately, I can't pull up that post by the U.S. right now. Somehow we lost it in the process. But the U.S. actually sent condolences to Nigeria to say this is the most loved cleric and that they are congratulating Nigerians for really having had someone of this caliber in their midst for so long. The Imam has passed, but accolades and condolences continue to pour in, not just from Nigeria alone, but across the world. This time around, it was from the U.S. That we got this report. I will do due diligence eventually. Hopefully tomorrow. It's a promise. I'm going to pull up that particular post by the U.S. NTA has it, and then we have another one, of course, from other Nigerians. Let's take a quick break now. We'll continue with the show after this short break.
In a world where power shifts with every headline.
In a nation full of questions.
In a world filled with noise, the truth needs a voice.
The policies that shapes our world and the economy that determines our future.
Every hour, every day, the grapevine keeps buzzing.
And together, we are committed to telling the stories that shape our world because your voice is our focus.
Don't forget, our voice matters the most. Let us come together and share our concerns.
Mr. Familoni, and here's to VOP TV. Keep watching, stay tuned, do not touch that dial.
Arara, my name is Made Kuti and you're watching VOP TV. Keep watching.
Welcome, my name is Zika Davis. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, boys, viewers, everybody, boys and girls.
This is VOP TV. Do you know what that means? Voice of the People TV. You don't have a voice, don't come here. You better make sure your voice is heard.
Are you ready for the extraordinary? Something big is happening on your screen. Introducing VOP TV. Now streaming on SLTV channel 264. From breaking news to captivating conversations, news analysis, giving you all sides to the story. We break in-depth discussions on the issues that matter, from politics to sports, entertainment, and lifestyle. VOP TV on SLTV channel 264. Join us as we redefine what television means to you. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV. Now you have more than a voice.
In a major move to protect telecommunication subscribers across Nigeria, the Nigerian Communications Commission (NCC), in collaboration with the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN), has finalized a new regulatory framework mandating instant refunds for failed airtime and data transactions. According to a statement signed by the NCC's Head of Public Affairs, Nena Ukoa, the framework is the outcome of several months of intensive engagement involving the NCC, the CBN, the mobile network operators, value-added service providers, deposit money banks, and other key stakeholders. Under the new framework, any subscriber who is debited but fails to receive airtime or data, whether the failures occur at the bank level or with an NCC licensed operator, is entitled to a refund within 30 seconds. However, in cases where a transaction is still pending, the refund may take up to 24 hours. As reactions continue to trail this development, Voice of the People TV got the opinion of Nigerians on what this new policy truly means for the people.
Thank you. NTA Network says U.S. condoles with Nigeria over Imam's death. The United States mission in Nigeria has expressed deep condolences to the family and loved ones of Imam Abdullahi Abubakar, the renowned chief imam of Ngar village in Bariking Ladi local government area of Plateau State, who passed away on the 15th of January 2026 at the age of 90. The mission in a statement described Imam Abubakar as a courageous champion of religious tolerance and interfaith dialogue, with a distinguished record of building bridges across religious communities throughout his life. In recognition of his extraordinary bravery and commitment to religious freedom, the U.S. Department of State awarded him the International Religious Freedom Award in 2019. Imam Abubakar's selfless actions exemplified humanity, interfaith harmony, and peaceful coexistence. The U.S. mission said the late Imam's legacy of compassion, acceptance, and unity will continue to inspire Nigerians and Americans alike. Awesome, awesome. There's another post I'd like for you to take a look at. Let's see. So, Malamazu Nuhu Bamali says, Nigeria has lost a rare beacon of humanity and a true model of compassion. In the June 2018 Plateau crisis, Imam Abubakar Abdullahi risked his own life by opening his mosque and home to protect over 260 Christians, an act that remains one of the noblest in our nation's history. Now, take a look at this post by Malamazu Nuhu Bamali. It shows that Nigeria can work, that we can coexist in unity, regardless of the diversity. That is an imam who opened his mosque to over 200 Christians in the heat of the crisis in Plateau State. Like I said, that was in 2018. And we'll continue to join Nigerians and the world alike to celebrate the imam who has lived a very, very fruitful life at 90. Well done, sir. And now we take a look at the very last hashtag, which is hashtag Senegal. The Senegalese, they are going haywire. I mean, I can actually say they are going bananas after their major victory at the just concluded Afghan tourney. So the cup, the trophy, the gold is in Dakar, the capital of Senegal right now, and millions came out to welcome the triumphant team. Take a look, guys. I could look at that video over and over again. It's so beautiful. But hey, they've earned their bragging rights and they can continue to celebrate until next year. I mean, hey, we are with them on it. I'll probably bring you another very beautiful to watch where they were chanting Sadio Mane. That'll be for tomorrow. But I've got to say thanks to my incredible colleagues, Mr. Shegun, to Sam, to Hassan, to Paul. Thank you for assisting me today. And of course, the man upstairs talking about Thaddeus. Thanks, guys, for all you've done today. Without you, this wouldn't have been possible. I appreciate it. Salute. Guys, bigger thanks goes to you for watching. If you liked it, keep it again with me for another edition of Hashtags. Until then, take care of you. I am Vivian Oguche, and bye for now.